Hello nerds, welcome back to another Real Talk. I am GGJ and today is the last pre-season tournament has happened. Sadly no EU. Am I like too low, too high? You see me? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Right. So, day later, I'm a little bit annoyed about that. Time scheduling and all that crap. Real life stuff getting in the way of me putting out Real Talk. Unacceptable, I know. So, it was all about NA. Everything's about NA at the minute. So, 8 teams, was it? Sign up for the NA tournament. It was really good to see. I was very hyped for this. I was really happy about this. Whereas EU got cancelled because only 4 teams show up. It's disappointing. I have to admit, EU has disappointed in such a way now that most teams are just like, nah. People have got LFT looking in front of their name, but just can't be bothered to make a team. And it's like... But anyway, to the right of me, to the left of me, what do we say when we win something? GG easy. And Kugama pretty much, in fact, I don't think they lost a set, didn't lose a game. This was like a whitewash for them. This was so one-sided, this tournament. So Team Eager went off... against Voltage Gaming. They took that 2-0. Then they took on... then it was in the second group was Ronin versus Zenith. Ronin win that 2-0. Kugama versus Ripple. Kugama took that 2-0. Warpath versus Identity Crisis. Another new team. Very good to see. Warpath Gaming took that 2-0. Then into the semi-finals. First semi-final was Team Eager versus Ronin, right? So Team Eager 2-0 this, and you know, Will and Bang, Team Eager in the finals, looking very strong, looks awesome, right? Hold in one previously, right? So then they get taken over by Steven Zapman's organisation. Great little thing for them, well done. Kugama versus Warpath, that was a 2-0 sweep for them. Now, bronze match, Ronin versus Warpath, Warpath Gaming picking up the victory, going in for third place. So, we hit the finals. Team Eager versus Kugama. 3-0 Kugama. Kugama, whatever. You know what I meant. So, I mean, there's 3 teams in NA right now. You know what? No, I'm going to say 4 teams that have pretty much dominated the scene. Hold'em 1, now known as Team Eager, Kugama, Warpath Gaming, and Ronin. I mean, Ronin are still doing good. Don't make any mistake about it. I mean, they're coming in third, fourth, and occasionally in the finals as well. Warpath Gaming always, you know, up there, top 3. Team Eager, as you would expect from Zatman's team, up there. You know, Bozy and all that lot. Kugama, Mo, and all that lot. I'm really sort of leaning for the first qualifier, Kugama to win it. For the first qualifier. Honestly, I really am. Now, of course, we've got the qualifiers starting at the end of the month, 30th of April, I do believe. I may have got that date wrong. Do not quote me on that. I haven't got the information up here beside me or anything that, you know, I could look at or anything, you know. So, I'm assuming, right, going off of what we've seen, Paladins World is now over and they're going to probably host qualifiers. I would assume so because they're in partnership with Hyros, right? It'd make more sense. Or are Hyros going to do their own thing? Who knows? But for NA, I can see Eager and Kugama going for it, or Warpath, right? Now, obviously, all the preseason, all them points have now... They're out the window, they're gone, they're dusted, that's it, nothing. Doesn't mean jack shit, clean streak. So we're going to have a continuation of the bracket system of what we've got here at Paladins World for the qualifiers, right? And we're going to have 4 weeks of that, which is great. So we've got a whole month of gaming ahead of us for esports, for Paladins. Absolutely fan-freaking-tastic, can't wait. It's awesome, great fun. Am I going to change my previous statement towards who I think was going to take this? I'm going to go yes. Kugama have just come out. I mean, they were strong anyway. Always, I mean, totally dominant. Like, if we go back and you look at the point system, what was it? Team Eager 17 wins, 4 losses with an 80.95% win ratio with 480 points. And then Kugama, 16 wins, 4 losses with an 80% win ratio with 440. Those two, I cannot see them two not qualifying for DreamHack. Those two will be 1 and 2. Now, hazard a guess on the form that Kugama are. No, I cannot. I mean, they just 3-0'd Team Eager. That's not an easy feat in any mind. Okay, so you have to take that sort of mindset and that mentality of what these guys are doing, and think, right, if they continue it the way they're going. I mean, bearing in mind everything has now changed with this latest patch, and when I mean totally changed, I mean absolutely dreadfully changed. It should never have been changed. In my opinion, this patch is great. All the new UI, all that stuff, absolutely awesome. The changes, whatever. Ruckus, these are 2 disappointing things. Ruckus, what the hell? Boom, 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 you're dead. And his ult actually just hits you. No. My God, no. There's OP, and then there's stupidly fuck. Oh my brains, what the fuck, OP. And of course, the new Siege mode is like, what? If I wanted Overwatch, I'd go play Overwatch. Quite frankly. We're unique in the way that we had this game mode and stuff like that. And quite frankly, in my opinion, that was a big ass balls up by Hi-Rez. Should not have been done. That needs to be reverted. Go back to the old system. Everybody knows it. You've now got qualifiers coming up. Oh, let's make a massive drastic change. What the fuck? Alright, that's my opinion. Okay? Not that of Fates or anything of that. It is my opinion. I do not like it. I think this was a bit of a cock up. I know it's closed beta and everybody wants to change and makes changes and stuff like that. What? Why? The teams have been in this same mode from freaking November, battling off, sticking this out for this 100k tournament, and then you go and change the actual grounds of which they were practicing on. Like, okay, thanks for taking everything we've been doing and throwing it out the fucking window, but whatever. I digest. A little bit salty. A little. I don't like it. I think that was... Bleh. No. New champion coming out. That's going to be fun as well. But anyway, back to the esports stuff. I can't pick between them. Eager, on one hand, have been so fucking dominant. It's unbelievable. Then Kugama. I mean, there's 1 win differential between these 2 teams. All right? But then, where do we go? Do we totally write off Warpath, who have just all of a sudden, with their merger, become such a dominant team as well, making the finals themselves, always in 3rd or 4th, or in 2nd, or even winning this tournament? And then, of course, you've got Ronin. I mean, Ronin, a 50-50 split. 10 wins, 10 losses. If I look at that correctly, is that correct? Yes. 50% win ratio, 270 points. I mean, the top 4 teams in EU and top 4 teams in NA, they're both looking amazing. These are great teams. Nobody's denying that. But I personally think it will be Kugama. Sorry, Mo. I love you. Don't kill me. Don't shoot me. Just go with it. All right, it's fine. And Eager. But I literally can't. I can't. It's too... They're both dominant teams. But if you go off of this week's performance, Kugama all the way. I mean, 3-0 in Eager? No. That's... I mean, there's dominance, and then there's that sort of performance. No, I didn't get to watch the matches, so I can't tell you if it was vault to vault. Did they manage to take gates and so forth and so on? I don't know. But when you look at it on paper and you see 3-0, that just looks... No, that's dominance. All right. So, but bear in mind, at the time we knew that it was a gate to gate to vault. So on of course sieges and stuff like that, we don't know. I don't get to see the scorecards at the end of the game for these tournaments. However, I'm not going to write off Ronin. No, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Top 3. I do not, and I mean no offense, but this is just my opinion, my humble opinion. It's going to be Kugama, Team Eager, Warpath. Those will be your top 3 from NA. Kugama and Team Eager to go through to DreamHack for the 100k. EU side has got to be, wow. At the present moment, Torpedo, that's a shoe-in. If they all of a sudden just start losing games, that's going to raise question marks because there's no way they should. However, I mean, this new whatever this is, I don't even want to call it a meta because I'm hoping it gets reverted because I don't like this. I mean, I'm hoping, obviously, the other team, I mean, these guys who play in the tournaments are a million times better than myself, but I mean, we've got 4 teams. So you've got Griffin have just fell off the map at the moment. Top 4 teams in EU at present, it goes like this. It goes Torpedo, District 69, who have got their wits about and they're doing great. That's Cage Mitsu, Bugsy and them lot. And then you've got, I think, and Real Elvin. Picking up Elvin made a massive impact on that team. I mean, they've got confidence. Now, everybody throws confidence. Oh, we weren't confident on the day and this and that, all that shit. But this team has confidence in spades. I'm telling you, it's looking fan-fucking-tastic, and I'm really proud to see EU with such a strong, dominant performance coming out from District 69. Of course, Torpedo, they are still number 1 dogs. These guys are, they are that dominant. Yes, they lose games. Hello, look at NA. It's like, who doesn't, right? But Death and Taxes and Fate Esports make up the round, and now these two beat each other out on a weekly basis, so we don't know. Probably more leaning towards Death and Taxes over Fate. So my top 4 in EU goes Torpedo, District 69, Death and Taxes, or Fate for 3rd or 4th. Now, on any given day, Fate can beat Death and Taxes, and Death and Taxes can, you know, walk over Fate, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. For DreamHack, though, I've got to put it in District 69 and Torpedo's hands. Unless TQM can pull out something as well now. I mean, they've dropped off. I mean, what else was it? It was... what am I saying? Who am I putting up there instead? I'm trying to think of a team that... So, Death and Tax, not Death and Tax, just Team Question Mark. Oh my god, this is where I'm fresh. Is going to be. I'm going to wait for Discord messages to go, Jay, you douchebag. No, so, right, Torpedo, District 69, TQM, Team Question Mark, and Fate Esports. Now, Fate have got back into the rhythm of getting themselves back up in there. Like, they had a bad spell, you know, where they would go out quarterfinals and not make top 3 or 4, and now they're back up there, getting 3rd place, 4th place again. That's great. Griffin, Team Griffin. These guys seem to be losing out. They're losing out to Fate Esports 2-0 in last week's tournament. Then Fate going up against Torpedo and then losing out there. Wasn't it something like that? Yeah, Torpedo beat out Fate 2-0, and then Torpedo went 3-0 District in the finals. Yeah, that's right, yeah. And I think Fate lost to Team Question Mark. Yes, it is right, yeah. Because I actually can't read it off, but that is correct. And, you know, Griffin just seemed to be in that sort of slump where Fate were, and now Fate have got their act together. They've been practicing more scrims, and looking very strong. You know, who knows? They could pull out a Cinderella effect and just maybe be out District 69, or... But then again, this is all going to be random seeding, I'm assuming. I mean, they're not going to take the seedings from Paladins World or anything. I do believe it's going to be 4 weeks of tournament play, of you know, a bracket system, and top 2 teams from each region go through, which is great. Awesome. Love it. Now, on my basis of what I've picked to go to DreamHack, I expect it to be... well, you see, so you've got 4 teams. So you've got 2 NA, 2 EU. Now... where do we go here? What do we do here? Do we do NA versus EU? Or is it, again, will this be... I don't think it should be like that. I think it should probably be, like, the top 2 teams don't face each other, right? Because that's just dumb. You're going to have 2 teams from one... Right, so Torpedo from EU will be the dominant force, right? And then, for instance, Team Iga or Kugama from NA. So those 2 should not face off against each other at DreamHack in the opening stages, right? That shouldn't happen. I don't believe that should be allowed, and that if it is, then Hi-Res really, you know, just take a plastic mallet and hit yourselves around the head or something, because that's just like, why? Why would you do that? Why? I mean, two teams of that caliber, right? Bear in mind, whoever goes up against one of those NA teams is going to have a hard run of luck. I mean, it's going to be hard for them to beat. Like, so it doesn't matter if Torpedo fight off against Eager or Kagama. Both Eager and Kagama could beat Torpedo, and Torpedo's definitely capable of beating either of them. So that will be the first matchup of one of those teams, versus Torpedo. That is going to be one of the best games of the entire DreamHack tournament. You're going to be glued to your screen, and if they don't show it, like, they've got to show all games, surely. That's just, like, you've only got, what, 2... And these are going to be best of 3s, and then best of 3, third and fourth, best of 5 final. So, you're going to have some top quality games. I mean, right now, District 69, like, people like that, like Bugs in that, they have LAN experience. I don't know whether Eager do. I don't know if Kugama do. But I know the majority of the top teams all had esports experience, where in a different genre of esports games that they came across and have had tons of experience and stuff like that. Torpedo, you go and look at them. These guys have had custom, for instance. Oh my word! I mean, that experience is. Whew. I mean, we're looking at some of the best games that's ever going to be seen for Paladins ever at DreamHack. And if you're not bloody hyped for this, I mean, you should be. I mean, I want you to glue yourself to your monitor and watch every single game. Like, I think, yes, Hi-Rez are making some mistakes with the game, but, you know, I'm going to continue to support the game till I finally feel that, okay, you've gone too far, you're making a cock-up. I'll go support another game and make myself aware in that. But, or I'll just go back to Smite. You know, I love Smite. But this patch has been perfect bar the new mode. New mode just feels lazy. I'm sorry, you've got it where you're pushing and then it rolls back and so. If we wanted payload, we'd actually queue for payload. Like, what differentials between payload and that, apart from the fact is payload can be pushed back as well? Does anybody realise that? I mean, it's just on a different platform, different map, or whatever. You shouldn't have done it. I do not believe you should have done that. It's not like games are ending bloody. I mean, if you're looking for a real fast game, go play the new Siege mode. I mean, if you can stack it, just go 5-man and off you go. It doesn't matter if you're going against another team. One mistake and that's it. You just push it in, boom, capture. They took in capture mode, like where you captured Siege, and placed it onto the Siege map, where like you have to capture the payload, escort the payload. Once you've got it, you get a little blip. Okay, awesome. Okay, have you adjusted anything? What I mean by when I say it means lazy, all they've done is remove the first gate. You bring it in, fine, great, you caught something. But, like, you can still defend it. You can defend it, and I've done it many times, and you can still win that way. But it just doesn't feel like they've took the time to alter the maps to go with it, and it doesn't feel nice. I'm not a fan of it. I'm hoping it goes back to the old system, because the old system, like, yeah, we were declining in teams and stuff, and the game is declining. And everybody's, oh, it's only closed beta. No, people draw their conclusions and their opinions from what they've played and what they've seen. If you can't get that through your thick skull, then go play a casual game. Yeah, don't come into esports and think you know something about esports when, quite frankly, your brain is not in esports, because people draw their conclusions and judgment and all that from what they've played in their game. They'll come back in 6 months later and see if it's changed, and if it hasn't changed, it's clear. What a waste of time. I'll go back to all the games I was at. Like, it is that simple. Now, I don't know why they keep changing. I mean, yes, you want to see these things being put into place and see if it's going to work and so forth and so on. I'm as a person, I'm not interested in the casual side of things. I want to cover the esports side of things. But with all the tournaments being cancelled and everything left, right, and center, it just feels like you're wasting your time, and nobody wants that. And this is why some of the teams are just like, nah, bollocks, we've had enough. We're hopping ship. I mean, Battleborn got released, so I got given a beta. I got to play it, and hang on a minute, I know these people, and then half the people on my friends list were over at Overwatch and Battleborn, and I'm like, hey, Jay, and they're like, oh, Jay, hey, or Paragrim, no, what's that new game from whatever it's called, the new MOBA, which I think's shit. I'm a little judgmental because like I stuck by the game Paladins for so long, and you just see these drastic changes, and the fact that it's just going like this, literally, you could if you do to put every patch release from say 07 when 6 and 7 was the first one, and just watch it decline. You could see the player base just go boo. The competitive side, not the actual player base itself, but competitive teams and stuff. And you just think to yourself, what? Why? I get that you're saying, hey, we've got $100,000 tournament. That's going to draw in people. But if your game's shit, guess what? Well, guess what? We can go to weeklies. We'll go play the CSGO, go for CSGO and win ourselves 250. You know, all right, fine. But it's easy money. But they just think to yourself, we're not going to bother wasting our time if you're just going to completely take what we've known for the past 4 months and just fuck us over like this. And quite frankly, it is a fuck over. You take a competitive outstance of what you had, which was capture and siege. You had to capture, you fight around the point. Once you've got yourself an advantage, you have someone cap it and so forth and so on and all that stuff. Go through creating metas, how to beat that meta and stuff like that. And then they just go and whip all of that away and do this capture point system, whatever the fuck this is, and to be quite frank with you, it doesn't work. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's terrible design. And I know the people over at Hi-Rez. You know, I'm quite friendly with most of them. I'm good friends with some of them, and I don't mean disrespectfully or anything like that, but it just comes across as like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, everything. It's like I logged on because I'd been away for a while because I had to go traveling and stuff down to London and stuff, and I was doing some esports events, and then I come back, I log on to Paladins, I'm like, yeah, let's go, new patch, boom, and then or you could literally, it was something out of a cartoon. You know when they bring up the little chat windows where people have messaged you, they went boom, 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 in a line saying, Jay, don't even bother doing siege. And literally everybody had the same freaking response. It's like, ugh. And then 20, 30 minutes down the line when people say, you know, it's okay. And then you go to Discord and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to regret doing this. It's like going to bloody Reddit now. And you think, oh, this shit, it's shit, it's shit, it's shit, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And I thought, like I said, I'll draw my own conclusions. I'll make a judgment call for myself. Log on and play it. And in the lobby I get, is Cassie a good character to play? Oh God. You just think, like, fix the fucking matchmaking. Level 80, I'm like nearly level 80. Right? And I'm going up with level zeros. What? And then you're going to change the game mode where they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't even have an inkling of what they're doing. Like, prioritize these things that do need to happen in this game for it to be a success. Stop throwing random shit in and think, oh yeah, it'll be fine. Hey, we're putting content out. Are you fucking stupid? It's not going to work that way. People don't want it. They want stability. It needs to be a stable environment for the game to grow. People are going to come into this game and go, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, I'm fighting off against level 70s when I'm level 1. No thank you. Not to mention the fucking grind you need to do for cards and stuff at level 1. Like, the people that go, it's okay, it's fine. Yeah, you've got all these cards. The reason I'm saying it, and I sound a little bit pissed off, is because I went and made a level 1 account, and it's the same. You fight off. So I go up. We won, actually. It was kind of weird. But, because they got those pre-built decks, right? And that's fine. It's all dandy and all great and stuff that you get given these pre-built decks. But when you've got a level 25 plus account that actually has, he's going to pick this character because he's got all the cast ratings, he's going to have a deck and knows what to do, and you're against, you can't do that. There has to be player gaps, like 1 through 10 can play against each other, 10 through 20 can play against each other, or something similar to that. Anything but this. It is dreadful. And, I usually get moaned, oh, Jay, you're raging about things. Am I? Go make a level 1 account and tell me for yourself what you can do against level 70, 80, players. Nah, mate. That's just fucking stupid. There needs to be matchmaking fixed. This new siege mode for new players is just no. I mean, people. I'm getting reports of people ending games in 5 minutes. Where's the fun? What's the fun? How is that even fun? To the point where people are like the competitive teams are going over to payload and saying, "Right, fuck it, we're gonna play payload." That's not a joke, by the way. A lot of the competitive teams are just going over to payload, saying, "We'll have some fun over here." At least the new the Shatter Temple. Wow. Well played. You got that shit right, because that's fucking fantastic. That artwork, the graphic design, the route, it's longer, there's more gameplay. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Well done. You did a great job. Now use your brains, go fix capture and seize, get it back to how it was, yeah, and do matchmaking. And then you might actually have a game that you can, push. Because right now you do not. Now, is this me being a little bit salty because they've took something that I've played non-stop since November? Probably. Am I a raging arsehole? Yes. Am I ashamed of that? No. Don't give a fuck. But what I do care about is the esports scene of Paladins. And when I see it in a drastic decline like it is, and make no mistake about it, anybody says, oh, it's on the rise, the only one that's on the rise is NA. Everybody in NA, you go into Discord or you look on the forums, looking for team, but nobody's approaching these players. Why? Because these players are only level 10 or level 15. You don't have all cards. When you're looking for a team, you need to be at least level, it's got to be level 30 with cards, right? You've got to main certain amount of characters. You've got to do this. You've got to do that, blah, blah, all that shit. And you just think to yourself, there's too much to have in place, which now is going to take longer before people are going to pay attention to you. So it's a matter of play with your friends and just have a laugh. And now with the competitive scene coming back for Team Fortress 2 and Battleborn, which has already got ranked, and Overwatch, which has ranked play and tournaments, money prize tournaments now, Paladins, of all the times to make a change, this was not it. But anyway, ladies and gents, that is my rant over. I will continue to do real talk to the best of my ability, to the point where I feel that Paladins is no longer worth, or I'm not going to get the view numbers if they start dropping and stuff like that. It's not worth my time to do it. I will stick by Paladins to the bitter end. I've said that. I am angry about this patch because it just feels... It feels rushed. I'm sorry, it really fucking does. It just feels horrible. The UI... By the way, just for the record, all the UI, every time they do a UI change or something, it's fun. It's fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. They really do nail that shit on the head. Look at Smite when you first started. It looked old and decrepit. Now look at it. It's crisp, clean. Mwah. Love it. What I don't understand is, you've got Smite, one of the most successful MOBAs on the planet, over 3 years, I might add, and you've done fantastic. Look at the way that works. Take what you've learned, go doop, 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 bloop. Put it into Paladins. Oh, look, you've got a working fucking game. Especially the cash job, or whatever you want to call it. 1% chance, apparently, to get a fucking skin. Good grief. Why would anybody bother? They'd be like, yeah, go on, I need some cards anyway. I'm going to go doink. And if you get the skin, oh my god, well worth the money. But until then, there's a lot that needs to be changed. Not the best patch. In fact, after 11, I'm going to say... the game's gone downhill, but I still endorse it. It's still fun to play, and of course I have to endorse it anyway because I sponsor a team. But come on, Hi-Res, start thinking, or you're going to lose this. It will be another Tribes, and then in 5 years you'll reboot it again. I don't know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like it, thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment, let me know what I've said wrong, because I dare say I've said something wrong again. But hey, whatever. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.